Hi, I'm Emil. Today I'm going to explain the American historical, political and financial circumstances and events leading up to the financial crisis of 2008. It would be great if we knew more about the background, so I think that's the best way to start off. So here's a little explanation of the background leading up to the financial crisis. The immediate cause or trigger of the crisis was the bursting of the US housing bubble, which peaked in 2004. Already rising default rates on supreme and adjustable rate mortgages, also called ARM, began to increase quickly thereafter. As banks began to give out more loans to potential homeowners, hosting prices began to rise. As part of the hosting and credit booms, the number of financial agreements called mortgage-backed securities (MBS) and collateralized debt obligations (CDO), which derived their value from mortgage payments and hosting prices, greatly increased. Such financial innovation enabled institutions and investors around the world to invest in the US hosting market. As hosting prices declined, major global financial institutions that had borrowed and invested heavily in supreme MBS reported significant losses. When America's hosting market turned, a chain reaction exposed fragilities in the financial system. Pooling and other clever financial engineering did not provide investors with the promised protection. Mortgage-backed securities slumped in value, if they could be valued at all. Supposedly safe CDOs turned out to be worthless despite the rating agency's seal of approval. It became difficult to sell suspect assets at almost any price or to use them as collateral for the short-term funding that so many banks relied on. Fire sale prices, in turn, instantly dented banks' capital thanks to mark-to-market accounting rules, which required them to revalue their assets at current prices and thus acknowledge losses on paper that might never actually be incurred. While the hosting and the credit bubbles were building, a series of factors caused the financial system to both expand and become increasingly fragile, a process called financialization. US government policy from the 1970s onward has emphasized deregulations to encourage business, which resulted in less oversight of activities and less disclosure of information about new activities undertaken by banks and other involving financial institutions. Thus, policymakers did not immediately recognize the increasingly important role played by financial institutions such as investment banks and hedge funds, also known as the shadow banking system. Some experts believe these institutions had become as important as commercial banks in providing credit to the US economy, but they were not subject to the same regulations. That's all I have. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back perhaps with another video. We'll see what happens. Otherwise, I'll just see you next time. And again, hope you enjoyed it. I'm out. Peace.